I'll go is not enough.
Hey guys, what is up? It's me, the Chosen One, back at you again with another video. Today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about smurfing in CSGO. So if you don't know what smurfing is, to put it really quickly, it's when you are a higher rank, you actually get on another account that's lower ranked, and you go in there to pretty much stomp newer players, and you're pretty much really OP. And in CSGO especially, it seems like you can really fuck up newer players and you just outplay everyone. So a lot of people have this debate whether smurfing is wrong or not. I know a lot of people in the community do it, so I'm going to try to weigh in a little bit and give my opinion. So first of all, I want to go over some of the common reasons that I believe people do smurf, and the first one is going to be playing with friends, and this is a problem that CSGO really does have. If you're a higher rank and you're way higher rank than your friends, you really can't play unless you're playing like casual or demolition or something along those lines, and realistically speaking, no one wants to play casual, no one wants to play demolition, everyone wants to play competitive or some type of form of competitive, because otherwise the rule sets can be really weird and the game just really isn't designed for a lot of those other game modes. So a lot of people want to play with their friends, and unfortunately the only way to do that is to hop on another account and play with their friends on a lower ranked account, and like I said, it just makes the game really unfair. Another reason that people definitely smurf is the fact that it's just kind of fun, and if you're a higher ranked player in the game and you've ever smurfed, honestly I've done it and I'm gonna say yeah, it is fun. It's fun to go over there and destroy newer players. It's fun because you are way better than everyone and you just feel really good. It gets boring after a while, but definitely it is something that is fun, and I think that's something that a lot of people tend to forget about. And my third reason I think is higher ranks are definitely filled with cheaters, and this is something that I hear from a lot of people who end up smurfing or hop on an account that's maybe only a few ranks lower than the original, and it's the fact that a lot of the higher ranks in CSGO, even with prime matchmaking, are filled with cheaters, and this just goes back to the issue of cheating being a huge thing in CSGO and Valve needing to address it, because it also leads to things like people smurfing, which is something that a lot of the community does not like. There's only realistically so much Valve can do about smurfing, and they've kind of done some of it already with prime matchmaking. Prime matchmaking kind of discourages smurfing because you would need an alternate phone number to use, and a lot of people don't want to go through all that trouble to smurf. Of course, this doesn't stop everyone from smurfing, because there are still, and I mean plenty of people who are out there smurfing, and still I get complaints in my comments and in my messages telling me about how people are still smurfing, how it's a huge issue and it's definitely something that will never be solved, but there are definitely some ways to help it out. So one of the ways to do that is, like I said in previous videos, to add an unranked 5v5 matchmaking system. This is something that a lot of people in the community have wanted for a very long time. One, because it would make it so you don't have to smurf in order to play competitive with your friends. Two, it's a way to just play the game and practice some things without having to go out and risk your rank. And three, it's just fun. Having an unranked 5v5 game mode would be awesome because you don't have to sit there and commit to a 30-minute match, but you don't have to play something that is absolute cancer like casual, because if you've ever played casual, you know that it can be absolutely a clusterfuck. So now we're getting into the question, is it wrong to smurf? And if I had to answer, it might be a little bit hypocritical, because like I said, I've smurfed in the past, but yes, I believe it is a bad thing for the game in general, and you probably shouldn't do it if you don't have to, because it really discourages new players from playing the game. And this is this long tail issue that CSGO has had, is bringing in new players to the game, because we've seen things like cheaters and not having access to prime matchmaking really deter a lot of people from getting into the name initially, and then adding to the fact that a lot of games you run into might have a smurf and might have someone carrying one of their friends. It can also turn a lot of new players off to the game, which you might not think will hurt you, but in the long run it will, because in the long term it's going to eventually hurt CSGO. And if you appreciate CSGO as a game, which I'm sure you do if you're watching this video, then you don't really want to do it, because it's just going to hurt yourself in the long run, because the player base is going to start to dwindle out. Another problem with smurfing, and the fact that it also ruins the game in terms of ruining ranks. So ranks are very important in the game. It's really important because it matches you with people of appropriate skill, and like I said, when you smurf, you play with people who aren't your appropriate skill, and it just ruins the whole balance of ranking. I've had plenty of times where I've lost games in the past because there was a smurf on the other team. I was gonna rank up and I actually played really well, but we still managed to lose and I ended up not ranking up. It just ruins the balance of ranking, and when you ruin the balance of ranking, it just ruins the experience for a lot of people, and once again goes back to this thing of making it so newer players aren't going to want to play the game. Also, existing players who have played the game for a while might get fed up because they're going against people who are significantly better than them, and when that happens, the game isn't really fun for anybody except the person who is way better than everybody. community. Overall though, smurfing probably isn't a good thing for CSGO. Like I said, it's probably never gonna stop, but Valve has been trying actively, it seems like, to make it so that is not as big of a problem as it was, and that's really good for the game, and that really looks good for the future, but still it is a problem. I think smurfing is pretty wrong, and I think it's something that a lot of people, you really should question whether you should be doing it or not. While it's not like the worst thing you could ever do in life like some people make it out to be, it's definitely kind of a dickhead thing to do, and you probably shouldn't be doing it if you really don't have to. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below about smurfing. Do you believe it is wrong? Do you think people should be smurfing? I know a lot of you guys out there probably have smurf accounts, but let me know down in the comments down below. If you like the video, be sure to hit the like button. If you dislike the video for some odd reason, hit the dislike button, and if you're new, how about you subscribe? But yeah guys, this has been the Chosen One Inc., and as always, peace out.